Hello everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Save Start Through Gamescast. I'm your host, EOF Gizmo, joined us by Massive Das
Hello, everyone.
and Mr. CW Lanky.
Hey Dave,
Hi Craig. Well,
I think we better check in first with our wartime correspondent, Dave.
is that Pengi on the
How,
front
how
lines?
how's the blockade going from the front lines, Pengi?
The front lines? Oh, yes. Yes, it's going well.
Between the front lines, you're there, you're fighting, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're there
yeah,
with our brave young men and women.
Yeah, you've only got one
yeah.
game pre-ordered. Like,
I just trying to think. I got two games pre-ordered physical on PlayStation
Oh,
5.
they're really they must be on the back foot now, Pengi.
Yeah.
How are we doing? Do you think they're gonna start like trucing for peace soon, or what's going on there?
Who knows? Who knows, Dave?
that's
Well,
great.
you keep showing them, Pengi. You keep really fighting that good fight.
Yep.
And I'm sure it's going to make a big difference.
Oh, yes.
You've just reminded me to
Oh.
add a news story, Craig. So I'll add that for Pengi.
I think that's already in there.
Should we put it in twice? Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, it's in there
You're right.
twice. Yeah.
You were too nice. You should have had Pengi War update. Right, well, let's get straight on with it, boys, because the topic this week is a game we've been playing. So we're going to start off with the Pengals news desk. So we go live to Pengi on the front line. Time for some news.
We have 12 items of news this week.
An actual dozen.
Yeah, I wanted 13, but I struggled. When I got to 11, I was like, I want at least 12. And then I was like, can I get 13? I could not get 13 for you, Dave. I was
Next time,
disappointed.
Pengi, next time.
Next time. But first one, we had a THQ showcase. Not a lot happened, but there was a really good trailer for Eternal Life of Goldman, again, Craig. And it just said coming soon, wishlist it now. You go on Steam, it doesn't even say 2026, it just says coming soon. So this is now 2027, isn't it, Craig? Eternal Life of Goldman.
I think so. Yeah, if this game actually exists. I did watch the trailer just before we started, and God, that game looks incredible, doesn't it?
Yep.
It looks so fucking good. Yeah. I mean, if it is next gen, I mean, we've got plenty to play this year, haven't we? So if it is next year, it's not a big problem, other than for Chris Pengelly on Fantasy, correct?
Yes.
And then me and Dave have got to make sure if that does happen, we do the comedy thing and making sure Pengi doesn't get it next year, and then it gets lots of points and he doesn't have them. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yes.
This
could be the new, like, Hollow Knight or something.
You know the Hollow.
Yeah, one of them.
That was a thing for a couple of years as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the difference with Goldman is, like, I played it in the big summer. We have a Steam Next quite often, but it was like the big summer one, and it was there, and it's like, yeah, it's coming soon. Here's a demo. Then the demo came to like PlayStation and Switch and everything, and yeah, no date on
I
it.
didn't realise this with Game Pass as well, which is awesome. It does look incredible, so that'd be a good one for Game Pass.
Yes. And the only other thing from the THQ showcase that interested me, and then like after all the thing, was the tease a new Road game, Craig. We obviously had Road 0 and Road 96. We're having a new one from that team, and it was a really brief trailer. It was like 30 seconds long, Craig.
Oh wow!
It didn't even have a title, but it's like, well, I know what it is. It's like DigiArt, and obviously in the art style, it's like, I know what that game is, and that. So, yes, I don't really know what that is going to be when it's come, but it's a very brief tease. And that was all from THQ. Did you see anything, Dave? Any interesting?
I saw the
good on the claw.
Yeah, I saw the Switch 2 trailer. That was probably the most exciting bit.
Epic Mickey something.
Epic Mickey and the two Destroy Humans games are coming to Switch 2. So that's exciting, isn't it? But other than that,
yeah, and I think SpongeBob and something were coming to Switch 1.
Nice. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think they're all. Yeah, I think you are right.
Yeah.
Well,
So that was THQ. Next news item, obviously, I don't know if QuakeCon's actually on at the moment, Dave. Is QuakeCon on?
I think it's either on or it's just happened.
Yeah, because we got news from it, or getting news from it, is that Quake is getting a free DLC for its 30th anniversary, Dave, with a 600 gamer score. If you're playing it over on Xbox, I don't know how many trophies it is on PlayStation or how many achievements on Steam for that, but it's free if you've got the newer version of Quake 1, Day.
Yes, yeah, I haven't played it yet, but yeah, it's cool that Machine Games are producing more, because they have done a smaller expansion to the Quake anniversary over the years, but this is a full-blown expansion. I watched some developers play it, and I was like, oh, this is a Craig game next time he gets bored, because it is just... Do you remember Doom 64, Craig, when you played that? It's basically the same. It's basically that. But yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool that
you can party like it's 1996.
Exactly. Hopefully it means we're going to get more Quake, which would be a really good move for id or Machine Games, I think.
Have you got any interest in Craig on Quake? Obviously, he's got this free DLC. It's in Game Pass. The DLC is free for everyone, but you can play the game right now in Game Pass, or even with the updates, and obviously it being a remaster too old for you. But then if Dave said you played Doom 64...
Old games are old, Pengi. I say.
No, games are old. Yeah. I'm gonna go stick on topic and off topic. It's not new. That Doom's coming to Evercade, Dave.
Huge. Yeah, it looks like it's it's lots of Doom games, isn't it? It's Doom 1 and 2, and then there's some games that I've not heard of.
Yeah, it's got all the DLC for like all the anniversaries and that, like John Romero. And
yeah, and it's got some like weird like Doom clones people have made and their engines and stuff, I think. But yeah, no, it's cool. Again, Evercade's still getting bigger and bigger licenses. That's 2 Xbox licenses they've done in a row. The new Nexus handheld looks cool. So yeah, fair play to them. UK developer, publisher, platform as well. So big on the UK.
Yes.
Is it physical, Pengi?
It is physical. Evercade is physical.
Oh, that makes it better.
It does make it physical.
You're winning, Pengi. You're winning the fight.
Get Doom physical, yeah. Well, it must be winning the fight somewhere, because Sony are making a new vinyl record player. They advertised. It's like, that's not reading the room very well, is it?
That's Sony. It's what they do, Pengi. But we'll talk about that later. Don't you worry.
I guess Sony and PlayStation, like, sort of two things, separate things.
No, if Microsoft has to be, if Microsoft is the reason that Xbox gets blamed, then Sony is the reason that PlayStation gets blamed, and vice versa.
Yeah, I think it was more PlayStation, but the vice versa. PlayStation's playing for Sony stuff. But anyway, next news item. Halo's not done that well. It's a hard one to tell, because if you add up all the numbers together, I think it's about 1.5 billion, which doesn't sound bad, but then it's Halo. And the numbers break down like this. So it's 900,000 sold on Xbox, which I think is a very good number, because obviously we played it on the Game Pass, but it does include upgrades. So it could be 800,000 upgrades there, and then 100,000 things. They don't go into the numbers how that's thing, but 900,000 spent money on Halo. There's 425,000 on PS5, and then Steam was 212,000. It was sold on Steam, and since then there has been layoffs at Xbox Studios. But as we know from playing Halo Campaign Evolved, there's about 900 names in the credits, and obviously they finished the game, and obviously that quite often happens now. Once the game's done, it's like a reset, isn't there, and stuff on the studios there, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was mainly long-time contractors, not actual staff members. But Craigo, would you like a comparison number?
Go on.
So, since April 2026, Saros has sold between 400 and 415,000 on PS5. So Halo has outsold Saros on PS5.
Oh, that's the end of the world for Halo.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. That's why I said it. I was like,
That's what I say. I'm saying that I think the number of 1.5 million.
I think it's pretty good for
combined. Is pretty good.
Yeah, for a single player only game we've all played 100 times.
Yeah. But obviously, it's pretty doom and gloom from the game industry. I think the one that I've mainly see doom and gloom is the Steam number. People like Cyberpunk has outsold it this week, and that's 6 years old, and something else has outsold it. I can't remember. Oh, what was it? Something that come out this week as well that people are really excited about on Steam. And I think that's the number of people are really like going on, because I guess like Forza Horizon did stupid numbers on Steam.
Yeah,
Steam's in there.
Forza Horizon is also a new game, and it has multiplayer, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like if I was a PC player and I wanted to play Halo, I would just get Game Pass for a month on PC, which is much cheaper anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's my devil's. Again, still, you'd want it to do better, but like I kind of feel like Steam numbers are not. Is that the Halo audience anyway? They've already had Halo, MCC. You can, like I said, you can play on Game Pass. Not making excuses, but it's like I don't
Yeah.
know. It's really easy to turn around and go that's terrible, but like I
Yeah.
think in the context of what it is, I actually think that's a pretty good number. But what do you think, Craigo?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know actually, you know, what they were expecting.
Yeah.
You say that it's easy to say, oh, that game done dreadful on PlayStation. It's done awful.
Yeah, PlayStation is the one that's what they're not
meant.
meant. It's Steam is the one that people seem to be mentioning. It's done awful.
They've got to find a way to be
bloody
horrible
Steam,
to
though.
Xbox, haven't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like I said, the layoffs shenanigans definitely. That studio's been struggling for a while,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think any of us want to, dance on people's grave that have lost their job, but you do have to wonder about competency.
Especially for the size of it, because like we said,
Yeah.
1.5 million or whatever is a good number if you're a small studio like the original group. But like you said, we watched a 20-minute fucking credits earlier, and it's like we don't need that many people making a Halo remake. That's, to be honest with you, as much as it is a remake technically, they followed pretty much the same route the game has been for 25 years. So like, did we need 600 people working on that from 18 different countries? Like, probably not. So I think you are right. I think Halo Studios needs to take a long hard look at itself and maybe look over at something like the Coalition and be like, right, we need to be a bit more streamlined here and make a game that people want. I know the Coalition's budget was huge for E-Day, but I think if Halo is one of the big three that Xbox needs to get behind, maybe it's time we gave Halo to some other studios, Craig. They've got plenty of shooter studios that they own that would probably want to give it a go.
Yes.
Yeah,
possibly.
definitely. That studio's just been crumbling for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I did Google what the game was that the outside. It's Mistfall Hunter, which actually is on Game Pass as well. But yeah, that was the game that came out the same week as Halo on Steam. That's it was number 1, I believe.
Very good.
Yeah. Next news item is GTA 6. We're going to get a new look at it, Craig, on Netflix.
We are, yeah. Apparently there's a 6-hour exclusivity thing for Netflix by the sound of it. But I believe people are allowed to watch it and react to it, and then I guess live stream it as well. So I guess that's how most people are just going to watch this.
Yeah.
It is GTA 6 is weird, because you listen to some of these people on these these gaming podcasts. And I know we go on about games media a lot on this and how they're all cretins and it's almost like people want this game to fail, and they're angry that Rockstar put it on Netflix. They've just got a lot of money off of Netflix. They've got bag for Netflix for 6 hours worth of exclusivity. I always feel like fucking fair play to them, because I bet they've got a lot of money from Netflix for this deal. But 6 hours of exclusivity.
Oh,
6 hours.
I reckon it'll be 7 figures at least. It won't be thousands.
It's not like this is like 6 months of no one can watch this for 6 months. 6 hours, and they probably got a fucking few wheelbarrows full of cash, right? I just think, well, fucking fair play to them. I think if anyone else could do this, they would do it. So, I mean, it's exciting because they don't normally do these long shows where they do extended gameplay, right? Because they don't need to, really, because their games are great and sell a gazillion copies within an hour anyway. So it's exciting to see it, because we've not really seen anything other than the little vibe trailers that we've seen so far, which all look really good. So I am very excited to see it. I won't be subscribing to Netflix to watch it. I will be waiting 6 hours, or just watching someone react to it, and I'll be quite happy to to do that. And I won't moan or kick off or whine or blame corporations or capitalism the whole time. I'll just be like, fair play, you got your bag. Well done to you.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Dave? You gonna watch it?
I mean, I have Netflix, so I'll
There you
put it
go.
on.
Oh, you could live stream it and
I
then
could-
Craig can watch you
Yeah.
watching it
Could
on
you could
Netflix.
just watch me? I'd make myself full screen so he doesn't see it. Yeah, I mean, it's again the money that they've got. You would imagine. I don't think even we still really understand how big GTA is, because
No.
I think it doesn't feel like anything we've ever experienced, because 5 wasn't this big. 5 was huge, but it wasn't this big. Like, the anticipation for this game is absolutely ridiculous, and I think, I don't know, I mean, 5 sold just over 200 million copies now. Isn't it 230 million? I believe GTA
something
5
Was it
has.
the biggest multimedia launch of all time when it came out?
Yeah, it's more than all of. If you took every PS2 and every Xbox 360, there's more copies of GTA 5 available. So, like, it's a pretty ridiculous number, isn't it? So I think it's going to be huge. And I'm sure whatever Netflix paid, they'll make it back in subscriptions for that month comfortably. But you, Pengi.
And the thing is also, like, with Netflix and stuff like that, it is like the biggest streaming platform and stuff. So even from like not Netflix side of paying Rockstar, like from looking at Rockstar that side and stuff like that, does Joe Public? I know it's GTA. It's it's a little bit different than like a more niche game and stuff like that. But like, is Joe Public subscribing to Rockstar's YouTube channel?
Yeah, probably not.
Something?
Yeah.
Probably not. But like Netflix, it's like the biggest platform.
It'll be front
and stuff
page
like that.
you'll turn on Netflix and it'll be a GTA ad telling you about this. Yeah, it'll be huge.
Yeah. So
I wonder
yeah,
how long this is going to be, because you feel like Netflix are probably like, yeah, but we want it to be like a certain length. Right?
Probably 30 minutes to an hour.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'd expect, right? Maybe 45 minutes if you're in between. It'd be have like 20 minutes of gameplay. But it's the first time we're going to see gameplay, official gameplay
Yeah.
of the biggest game of the year. So it's crazy.
Yes. Crazy times. Next update, we do go to the war update. New PS5 consoles are now coming with a warning sticker on them, Dave, saying there will be no more physical games after 2027. Obviously, I guess legally they got to tell you this. There's no good you buying your. Well, GTA is digital, but I was going to say buying your PS5 this year, but for the new Call of Duty, let's say, actually, because obviously it's not coming to PS4. You buy your PS5, your new Call of Duty, you buy it on disc, and then like, well, next year you'd get it. But you know what I'm saying here, sort of thing. It's like, oh yeah, I bought this console, I'm gonna buy FIFA and that on disc, and they're not gonna be able to anymore. But they are giving you that warning, Dave.
Yeah, it's game over, Pengi.
Yeah.
It's game over. PlayStation does not care what anyone wants. They're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the 20-minute boycott hasn't worked thus far.
Well, the week-long one that hasn't actually started yet. I don't know when it does start. I think it's not this week, the following week. I think it's the 16th or something.
A week is a laughably short number, isn't it? Let's be honest. Like a week boycott is like,
it's embarrassing,
right?
isn't it?
Like, I've worked a 5-day week and not turned my console on. That's not a boycott, is it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, we boycotted football in the summer by not going to a game. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah.
A boycott is not buying Wolverine. That's a boycott.
I'm not organising the boycott.
Well, you're not boycotting, are you? You're just not playing the console that you weren't going to play anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's silly. It's really silly, but that's PlayStation fans. Am I right? Am I right, Crico?
Yeah. There's going to be people that say they're boycotting, that haven't got a PlayStation because of physical media.
Yeah, it's all silly. I mean, I feel for Craig because he can't sell his disc drive. You can still sell yours, make a bit of money by it.
No, I need my disc drive. Need that, Davey.
There you go.
Any thoughts, Craig?
It's all very silly, isn't it? It's all very silly. It's going to happen. It's going to happen regardless. Move on with your lives, isn't it?
Agreed.
Yeah. Or move to PC.
Give to Xbox. Come back to our loving arms.
Next news item. Talking about Xbox, Platinum like trophies are coming to Xbox, Craig. No, I will think we did have not that long an update where it says you've got 100% on a game. It would say 100% instead of next to it. And games like Halo, for instance, have the platinum trophy as an achievement for 50 game score. I think if you get all the other ones, and that's we kind of got them already in game by basis, and then obviously the 100% thing saying your menu. So what do you think they're going to do, Craig? Personally, I just want them to go onto your profile and goes, oh, Craig's got 12 completions or something, and I know he's got 1000G or 100% or whatever it is in 12 games. But is there anything you want from it, Craig? And what's it going to be called?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what it'd be called, but I think it will just be something small and simple like that, right? Which is what the community has been asking for a while. I don't really know what big of a difference it makes, to be honest with you, but it's one of those features that people have wanted for a long, long time, right? So it's good that they're actually doing it and listening, and it's something that, again, they probably should have done this 5 years ago, right? But
Yeah, could have.
for some reason they've left it this long. But yeah, it's a cool addition. So really just go on true achievements to see that, but I guess not everyone is that committed where they have a true achievements account, check that sort of thing, right?
Yeah. What about you, Davey?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's cool that it gets something that's added to the profile, or like something next to the gamer score. So you've got like, I don't know, 20 diamond completions or whatever, and then your gamer score. That'd be cool. But yeah, for me, it's a simple, like, I hate the phrase, but it's one of those like easy win things they can do that people have asked for decades. It's just another reason to like be more invested in the ecosystem, because it's an ecosystem you already enjoy. You're just getting a bonus thing for free that makes you enjoy it more, like the bloody rat with the pellet, that kind of stuff, right? But it's not, again, it doesn't really make a difference to me, to be honest with you. But there might be a scenario where I'm more likely to go and get an annoying collectibles achievement if I know there is the carrot of a diamond achievement or whatever, right? I'm just using diamond as an example, because that's worked on PlayStation. So again, all good. They gave achievements to the world, Craigo. So Asha's going out there. She's going to bring it back.
Yeah.
I think what would be cool is there was some sort of like digital wall thing where it just shows you like an image from each game you had or something like that.
Yeah.
Just showed it as like a one big collection as opposed to like you're just scrolling through a list. That would be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, just any kind of profile customization, I think, is really, really where it's at.
Yeah. Sticking on Xbox, Black Ops, the ports that recently come to these have done slightly better than Halo. That have recently come to PS4 and PS5. They're on PS4 as well, but they are straight ports from the PS3 games. So not HD remasters or remakes. They are literally a PS3 game ported over to PS4, PS5. They have sold 11.2 million copies, with 8.2 million being Black Ops 2, Dave.
The easiest money Xbox Activision has ever made. Expect to see a Modern Warfare collection soon. Expect to see World at War soon. Expect to see all of these coming to Switch 2 and Xbox and Steam. It must have cost them. I don't reckon it would have cost them as much as 10 million to do these ports. I reckon it would be 1 or 2 million. And I mean that genuinely. Iron Galaxy wouldn't have cost them much at all. So whatever the tool they've used to do it, expect a lot more. Easy bloody money, Craigo. Easy bloody money. Digital only games as well, I will say.
Yep, digital only games. Yeah,
I guess the boycott hadn't started at this point, Pengi, otherwise they wouldn't have sold any, right?
Yeah.
They actually ended up, the people subscribing to Plus to buy and play these, because there was a Plus discount as well, actually overtook and plus some the people that had cancelled because of the physical, Craigo. So yeah, it's not worked for the cause.
All the work those brave people did there,
right,
went up in flames immediately.
Yeah.
We might have to start doing a minute of silence, I think, at the start of the show every week.
Yeah, for these people.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah,
They
it's
are
that
they
was
are
all.
very good games, to be fair. Black
Yeah,
Ops
they
1
are.
was great back in the day.
Yeah.
I played a shit ton of Black Ops 1. Um, some really cool maps and that I really liked back then. And I think I played a fair bit of Black Ops 2. I don't think I was fizzling out of Call of Duty by that point, but I've had some pretty cool maps, right? And the one with the fountains in the middle and the statues. Did it have the boat one hijacked as well? That was a good map,
Yeah,
right?
they redid that on 2 as well. Yeah, great. Good games.
Yeah. Good games. For you over on that. Next news item: EA has been sold to a Saudi Arabian consortium for $55 billion.
Da 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 da. Sorry.
But now they're in 700 million debt, and there will be layoffs coming. Craig.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good for old EA, does it? I think whenever you see anything being sold to these kind of Middle Eastern, whatever they are, government fund things, you do worry because they are just fucking weird money laundering or what, fucking washing, whatever it is, right? Um, so you do worry that this isn't going to end particularly well for them. The layoffs are strange. If you're a studio like bloody BioWare or something like you worry, do you just get shut down? Because I don't think that last Dragon Age did particularly well, right, boys?
No, I think well.
Can't imagine Saudi Arabia is going to
Yes.
be big on the whole transgender characters and purple hair, this and that. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
either.
which
So
seems to be what they care about most, as opposed to actually making, like good games. So yeah, you do worry that some of these studios that were beloved, like kind of disappear. I guess those studios are probably a long distant from what they were when people used to like them back in the day, right?
yeah.
Trying to figure out else EA owns. Obviously, Respawn would be one that
Well,
people
it's
still kind of
all of the
love,
sports, isn't
right?
it? They've already gutted Codemasters now, so
Yeah.
you'd have to worry. I mean, I know they tried to put microtransactions in the single player of college football, the most recent one. So I would anticipate them trying to squeeze as much money out of you as possible if you play regular EA games. To be completely honest with you,
Which I mean, they've been doing a good job of that for years
they have.
anyway on the old like
Yeah.
FIFA and stuff like that, haven't they?
Yeah,
So,
but I think if you're
uh,
hoping that you're suddenly going to get burnout or anything like that that's been in the docket for a while, I would imagine not now at this point. But what do
Yeah.
you think, Pengi?
Yeah, it's a weird one. I can see us just getting more Battlefield, more. Well, I say more ESC. I don't really know how you can do more of them a year. Obviously, Battlefield they could do spin-offs again like Hardline and Bad Company and try to get more of them out. But I can see more of them. It's interesting. Obviously, you're talking about like Dragon Age and stuff like that, which like the content and that within that. Like The Sims is obviously still massive.
It is.
And like The Sims and Saudi Arabia don't really go together, in my thoughts, especially like the audiences and stuff of them. But maybe I don't know, they'll see money and go right. We need to make Sims 5 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think well, it's a wait and see, isn't it? I'd imagine it'll be some cost cutting and some doubling down.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you.
Yes. Yes. Next news item: we now have the prices of what the Xboxes are going to cost in the United Kingdom because we didn't have the prices at the time. When they were going up. We only had the United States, I believe. We still actually got Switches 2's price increases yet for the UK, which is supposed to be in September. But we have the Xboxes. So a Series S 520 is now gone from £299.99p to £429.99p. 1 terabyte has gone from 350 to 520. An X 1 terabyte digital goes from 450 to £620, and the disc Series X goes from 500 to £670. Dave.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's mental that the Series S I bought 6 weeks ago has actually gone 120% more value than it did when I bought it, which is insane. But yeah, I mean it's impossible to recommend consoles at that price, isn't it? It's now a luxury. I'd like to think they're maybe scaling down production, so they're taking all the chips they'd use for this and it's going into whatever they're doing next. But yeah, it's like the world's crazy. If you've got consoles, hang on to them. If you really want a console or any tech, today is the day. There's not a point anymore of waiting. Like yesterday was better than today. So if you can't have bought it yesterday, you need to be buying your new consoles, your new PCs, your new whatever, your new phones, your new watches. They need to be bought today because tech is going to keep going up, and probably for the next couple of years. To be completely honest with you.
Yeah. Looking at the euro prices, the Series X 1 TB disc now is €800. This sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's
Craig.
just it's the way it's going to go, isn't it?
Craig can now sell his Series X on launch for double, can't you, Craig? Almost.
Yeah, I mean these prices sound like a bargain to me compared to like a PC, Pengi.
Yes, yeah.
Absolute bargain.
Yeah.
Series S here, £429.
Yep.
That sounds like a great deal.
The Switch 2 is now the cheapest console again. Well, until September, until we know how much that's going to be.
It's going up by $50. They've already said.
Yeah, they said they only gave you. Remember, we were getting different prices than that in Europe, and I guess that's because of the changeable batteries, and that's why they didn't tell us at the time.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, obviously America, they don't have to have the changeable batteries like us, so ours would measurably go out more because they were like, we've had to make it batteries in it that you can change yourselves. So ours are going up by 80 quid or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be chaos when they force PlayStation to do that with DualSense controllers.
Yeah.
That's going to be oof.
Yeah, they'll be like 90 quid each.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, so all spenny. Next news item, talking of Nintendo, we had a Fire Emblem Fortune Weave Direct. Did either of you watch this since, or am I the only one that's watched it?
I think it's only you, boy.
Okay, it's only me. It was about half an hour long. It was pretty good. What I thought was actually true. Like, they had the key art, and there was like 2 characters, all in white. One was male, one was female. I was like, that's actually the protagonist, and you can pick if you're going to be male or female, and that is the actual protagonist as you are playing and stuff like that. And it's got time elements because Fire Emblem, and you can play all 4 heroes at the same time. Dave, you don't have to do all of Edelgard's story like you did in Three Houses and Dimitri, so you can switch between them all, Dave.
How exciting!
Yes, that is exciting. They showed like how you recruit units and stuff. The battles, you can go off and explore all the social elements and stuff like you can go help cleaning and go run a inn and stuff like that. Dave, I know you love that in Fire Emblem, all the social elements.
Yeah.
They showed other bits and pieces like it's on the Nintendo Day app and on the their Twitter and stuff like that. It's gonna have mouse mode as well, Dave.
How
so
exciting!
You can move the units with your mice and that. So yes, exciting times. Obviously, you've not played any Fire Emblem. Craig, so you don't know about the social aspects, but imagine that Persona, I guess, is the nearest thing for that, or metaphor, I should say. Is Fire Emblem on your radar, or being in the big September Smosh not?
Potentially, I did mean to watch this, but I just never got round to it, and it's hard because like whenever they have these like bigger lecture like JRPGs, it's almost like, I know this is or anything, but it's almost like we kind of know what a JRPG looks like, right? It's not really this sort of thing. It's kind of more the like the story and those sort of things that are gonna like blow you away, right? As opposed to like watching someone talk about it. So yeah, I've not got around to watching it yet. Maybe I will try as I'm off for a week and give it a little watch. In terms of buying it, maybe, perhaps. I am incredibly slow at beating games on the old Switch. It is the half hour here and there console, so it might depend on what I'm playing at the time. And when I finish whatever I'm playing at the time, so it might not necessarily be like a day one thing. I don't know. Depends. Like I said, it will completely depend on if I'm playing something else, and it is obviously in the middle of the old um, September just chaotic smoz, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's hard for something like that to stand out too much for me because if I'm being 100% honest, so like Control Resident or Wolverine's kind of more appealing and more that'd be more a priority for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I will probably give it a go at some point, Pengi. I would imagine. I
Yeah.
liked triangle strategy a lot, right? That's
Yeah.
probably still my favorite like game I played on a Switch for Switch 2. So it's similar to that, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Just more anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sticking with Nintendo, they did their numbers and stuff on the physical one and thing, and Switch's fastest Switch 2 fastest selling console and stuff like that. But the one I've took from it is Tom and Dashi's Life Living the Dream has now sold over 8 million copies. Craig.
They're fucking weird freaks in Japan, aren't they? There's some weird people, aren't they? Weird, strange
That's
people.
made all of the money because its budget was probably again probably less than 10
Tenner and a
million.
Mars bar.
Yeah, they do wouldn't cost much to make. That's what
Yeah.
Nintendo does. This is why they're always winning, Craigo, because they're like, well, no, we're not going to spend 400 million on a game. What are we, idiots? Have your weird little game. That means we can make more Zelda and Mario.
Yeah. And there we go. And then the last news one that I managed to round it out. So that stupid Never Dies game is getting published by Sega, and it's coming out October 21st, which obviously I guess is pretty close to Halloween, Craig.
Is this the one that looked like a kind of almost throwbacky like 360 era game?
Yeah, I thought it was Lollipop Chainsaw 2 when we first saw
Yes.
it. Yeah,
Yes,
it's
that's
that
it.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have
I guess.
any idea when it's coming out or anything like that, or is it?
Yeah, October 21st.
Oh, October 21st. Okay,
Yeah.
so it avoids the September shenanigans, but
Yeah, but October is
even
still
in
pretty
October,
packed.
there's still good stuff, isn't there? So it might get
Yeah,
overshadowed a little bit.
yeah, this feels like I was going to say double A game, but I don't even know if I can say it's a double A game. It's sort of thing, especially where, there's loads of games coming out in October. I can see this not doing particularly well. But obviously Sega is picking up publishing rights for it. Craig and
It's
Dave,
like
we know.
such a 360 throwback. I'm watching the trailer now. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, Dave, we know you love Sega. Stupid Never Dies for you. You love a bit of
I-
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Never. Oh, it's this game.
Yeah.
If it's cheap, the review's okay. Yeah, sure.
The thing is, I can't see it being cheaper. It's probably going to be, what, 40 quid?
Yeah, it's
Something?
gonna sell in a year's time for like 20.
Yeah.
Really. Like that's kind of where I'm at with
Yeah.
games like that now, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Sega love Game Pass, don't they? So maybe if it comes to Game
They
Pass
do.
in
They
a
have
few
got a
months.
pretty close deal, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it does come to Game Pass. That might help player count and stuff of it and stuff like that. And that's all the news.
Excellent, Pengi. Well, thank you very much for doing the news. So let's get on with our topic of the show, which is just our Halo Campaign Evolved co-op review, because we did finish it today. Obviously, standard Xbox, there's been some achievement issues. Me and Pengi have been cheated out of achievements. Which is
Well,
quite
I did go back and finished it on normal and got so I have now it looks like I finished the game. So that is something.
I will force one or both of you to do that final level with me again at some point in the future. But
Yeah, I did try to do it by myself for Legendary, and I was not getting very far.
no, it's
I
a,
was
it's
like,
a
alright.
patience game. But it's bad enough when you're in a group of 3, but on your own you've got to be.
Yeah.
It's
And I was like, this
You'd
is
be
either going to take
surgical
me.
with it. Can't just
Yeah.
run in.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to either take me forever, or I'm never going to do it. So I was like, I'll just do it on normal. And then my 3 trophies, achievements, I should say, parts of doing it on easy, normal, and the Warthog one of not falling out of Warthog. And then I did go and do the remix level of Pillar of Autumn and got that achievement in that as well. So yeah, I got like 250 gamers scored from it, which is not a lot considering finishing the game sort of thing. But yeah, I know you must have got what, an extra 100, Craig?
Something like that. I think like 290 maybe.
Yeah.
Because I got the whatever it's the heroic and the legendary ones as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the game knew who was putting in the heavy work at the end there, but doing the driving. So the game was like, right, we'll give him the achievements. Fuck everyone else, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Those rat bastards.
These passenger princesses, fuck
Yeah.
them.
There you go.
Yeah.
The game for.
But Craigo, what did you think of the game?
I thought they did a very good job of remaking what is a beloved game from all those years ago. But let's be honest, probably pretty dated at this point.
Yeah.
Definitely in some aspects. I thought they did a good job of modernizing it. Even like the simple thing of I don't believe you could do 4-player co-op on the original, right? It was
Just
2-player
two, yeah.
only.
Yep.
Yeah, so the fact that they managed to update it so that us three could play together and have fun together is really cool. I think adding the weapons that they did, so I don't believe you could not use the sword or anything like that, right? And they added some other stuff and kind of modernized some of the weapons, made it feel very fun to play. Even the little things like having the sprint in. I know that may upset some people, but again, it does just make the game feel a lot more modern and what you would come to expect when you pick the controller up and you go to sprint nowadays, right? I think without that, it would feel quite slow, and maybe a bit tedious in places if you don't have that in a modern game. And I think the changes that they made, some of the problematic levels, let's say, i.e. the library, were very beneficial because I don't think the library felt at all like a slog when we played it the other night, boys.
No, it felt one of the easiest levels. It seemed really
Yeah, it
short.
felt
It used to be really
it
long
felt
and
short. It felt really they did a good job of like mixing it up so it wasn't just the same like corridor repeated 40 times. There were other little bits and pieces to do. And even when me and Dave went back and played it on the MCC, it felt like a slog then. It didn't feel that way at all. I thought so. It did a very good job of modernising and changing bits they needed to change, and I think leaving bits that they could have left. They did do. Graphically, it looks incredible as well. It's got to be said. That beach level, the silent photographer at schools,
Southern photographer, yeah.
that pops off, doesn't it? It looks absolutely stunning. Play. And I thought the swamp one as well. And you're going backwards and forwards across the swamp looked very good as well. The new levels, the 3 that they've added, I thought were like serviceable personally. I've seen some people like getting very excited and saying, "Oh, this is like, this gives me a lot of faith that the next Halo they're going to make is going to be great because of these 3 levels." And I was like, "Well, I don't know. I don't think they're that memorable personally." They still struggle with the kind of trying to add characters to Halo, right? Because the only character they added was that loud, shouty woman, and it was just like, oh, I'm immediately over her.
Yeah.
Get rid of her, please. God, she's awful. So yeah, I felt like they were fun. They were fun to play with you boys, but I wouldn't say they were anything like particularly special. So some people got almost a bit carried away with them being like they're amazing. If the next Halo's like this, it's gonna be great. I don't know if I can quite go that far. I think the remake levels are better personally than the 3 they've added. But yeah, I think as a package, it was a lot of fun. So playing co-op with you boys. Had a blast. Let's say. I think obviously we had some technical issues. The first night me and Dave were playing before you came on, we got kicked out a few times, but then when we were playing together after that, it seemed to work okay. So
Yeah, and you had that time where it kicked you or something. I don't know what happened. There you go. Remember, I couldn't join party chat for ages as well. I don't know if that was just PC or the game
I
or
think that's
whatever.
your PC and party chat, Pengi. But you can blame Halo Studios for that, buddy.
Well, I'm going to because
I
we were
think
playing
that's the
Halo.
Series S
It's
playing you
fine on
up
my
there.
Series S, my £250 Series S.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the day when it was kicking Craig, it was fine on your ass. Dave.
Yeah, but
So.
I mean for party chat, I don't think
Yeah.
that's affecting the game.
Yeah.
That's something separate running in the background on the console or the PC, right? So, but yeah, I thought it was good, good for what it was, and I had a lot of fun playing co-op with you boys. What about you, Davey?
Yeah, I mean, we'll start with the new stuff they added. I thought they were 3 okay levels. I'll be honest, not particularly memorable. They're like fun, just Halo levels to play through. It reminds me of in Halo, I think it was 4, when they did like DLC that you basically just did co-op, like wavy levels, if you remember. I can't remember what it was called. It had like some
Yeah.
cutscenes. But it's that type of thing, whereas I won't remember those 3 levels, other ironically than the annoying woman character, ever again. But the main game, it's still a great game. The writing style's slightly different. It's a bit more like modern Marvel, which I think may annoy some people, but I was okay with it. Johnson's kind of always been the kind of smarmy, somewhat fourth-breaking character anyway, and he's more so in this. Obviously, there is some sequel bait at the end, but we'll see if they're going to do that. But yeah, it's fun to play a shooter with your friends. Co-op makes everything better. The one level I did on my own on Legendary was insanely frustrating, but it's also that type of game, right? But yeah, I thought it was absolutely fine, Craigo. Perfect Game Pass material for me. I probably wouldn't have gone out and spent 50 quid on it, but yeah, that's just me. But what about you, Pengi?
Yeah, I enjoy playing it in co-op with you guys. I did an odd few levels by myself. I did War of Autumn by myself, as I think I started it before you two, and obviously I finished the last level by myself to get the achievement on normal, and it was enjoyable by myself. But I don't know if I would have, getting being on Game Pass, like, oh, it's in there, it's Halo, it's not going to leave and stuff. Game Pass, like, would have been in too much hurry for it, or again, went and paid 50 quid for it, physical on PS5 or something like that. But playing it in co-op makes it much more enjoyable. You're talking about new levels. I've obviously played the new levels and remember them, but I can't really tell you much what happened in them. Obviously, just hanging out with Johnson. Obviously, you got that new annoying woman who then obviously, it's a prequel levels to Halo because you can kind of guess what's happened. Anyway, with her sort of thing, yeah. So will we get Halo 2 next? Obviously, it gets teased at the end. Do you think that would make the most sense, or like, would it be Halo 6 or Halo 7? It would be Halo 7, wouldn't it? Because Infinite 6, Halo 7. Like, do we do a new Halo, or do we reboot the series? Like Gears, we're getting E-Day and stuff. We're going backwards. Obviously, we've already had Reach. Like, so what do you think they're going to do with Halo, Dave?
Well, I think they want to do Halo 2 campaign evolved and probably Halo 3 campaign evolved.
Yeah.
And
then we forget 4 or 5 and
and
Infinite, and then we do a new 4.
Yeah, probably a new Halo based off that kind of engine if they get that far. I think it's difficult. I think Halo's in a really difficult spot because it's difficult to see if there's a desire for Halo multiplayer or like a new Halo. Like, it almost might be better served to go a sort of nostalgia route for a couple of years and sort of see what works and what doesn't work. That's obviously, you can do that with a smaller team on a smaller budget, and probably get, again, a guarantee of your money back with that. So I think that's probably what they will do. I'd love them to come out with a new Halo, but I just don't. I think we need a reboot, and I think we're a few more nostalgia games away from that, if that makes sense.
You mentioned the multiplayer there. If we do have Halo 2 campaign involved next, you'd think, as it would be called, Halo 2 campaign involved, wouldn't have multiplayer. So can we go this long without a new Halo multiplayer?
I think possibly, because I don't think, because they own Call of Duty, and they own Gears and they own Forza. It's difficult. You can't step in. I think you'll look across the pond at PlayStation, see the money they've pumped into their live service, and it not going anywhere. I think they keep trying. From what we keep getting leaks, they keep trying to make a Halo multiplayer game, don't they? That works. But if it's not working, I don't think you send another Halo game out to die. Because Halo Infinite had a good launch for multiplayer, and then they didn't support it, and it died. And I don't think you get away with it again. If you're going to remake the old Halo games, maybe they'll look at the Black Ops thing, go, well, why not, hang on a minute, why don't we just res up Halo 2 and 3's multiplayer and see how that does? I don't know, but I don't know. I think there's a level of fear that it's almost unnecessary to take that risk, I suppose, if that makes sense, Grego.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think, look, I mean, the two remake, they kind of they did to an extent on the MCC, right? 'Cause when they released
Yeah.
that, it had the new cutscenes, which are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, had new multiplayer as
From
well.
memory.
They did upgraded levels and stuff and graphics.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think it's that's the only way I've ever played Halo 2 was when we played it co-op on the MCC back then. I think it's probably the Halo with the best story from what I remember.
Yeah.
I really, really did enjoy that. Just because you get the bit where you're playing as Arbiter and that, and you see the Covenant. That's very, very cool. So that's something they could maybe do. Halo going forward it is interesting because I don't know how you get new people into Halo. Because the people playing Halo now like this are your old men like us, aren't they?
Hmm.
They're
Yeah.
not. They're not the kids. They're not new people. It is people. The people that have played campaign evolved are going to be people like us that have played it before. That's probably part of the reason why it's done quote unquote poorly on PlayStation is because this idea that you're going to put the first Halo on PlayStation and PlayStation's never had Halo and they're going to come flooding to it because they've never had it before. It sounds good in a vacuum, but you also do have to kind of also think that the new people they don't probably just don't care. To be honest with you, it's probably only really old people like us that do care about it. And then you do wonder, well, if you're not, if you are struggling to get new people into Halo, then what do you do with the next project? Again, this is sacrilege, but I do kind of agree with Dave. It's like, well, do you bother with multiplayer? Because it's tough, isn't it? Because us hardcore people, we're full of shit, aren't we? We'll sit here. If they make a new Halo and it's not got multiplayer, we'll go, "Oh, it's ridiculous! It's not got multiplayer. Oh, it's the end of the world. It's the worst thing ever." Blah 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 blah. But if it did, we'd probably play the multiplayer for like five
A
hours and then
week.
never touch it
Yeah.
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
and not put any money into it, and not ever think about it ever again. So
Mm.
it's a tough spot
And the
because
people like Dave said that actually want a multiplayer shooter are already playing Call of Duty or something,
exactly. So
or
you're
they're
not going
playing
to capture that
Overwatch or
audience.
something. Yeah.
You are not. I do not think you are going to capture that audience, no matter whether you make it a battle royale, which they were apparently developing years ago, and I'm guessing that's probably been cancelled at this point. Then the extraction shooter, which we know got cancelled. Like you're not gonna. I don't think you're going to get those like that younger audience in and
Mm.
engaged, and to make a game where they're going to play and it's going to have a fucking 500,000 people playing it on Steam as soon as it comes out, and then that audience is going to stick with them for months and months and months, and keep pouring money in, and and keep funding the operation going forward. That's a dream that just isn't going to happen.
No, I guess the
If
thing is
that
back
dream's
in
not going to happen,
I guess
then
the
what's the?
thing difference was back in the day, like multiplayer was just like an add-on bit. Where now
Well,
companies
yeah,
want to make
exactly. But
money from it in multiplayer.
it's moved on now, isn't it? That's the
Yeah.
thing. And like I said, we're the old people shouting at clouds, and we say, no, we want that multiplayer add-on. We want it. We've got to have it. If we don't have it, then it's not a full package. Blah 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 blah. But then we'll play it for 4 hours and never touch it again. And that package that we played for 4 hours has cost them 300 million to make on its own, aside from the single player, and all these people need to employ just to keep making content for it that we're then not going to play. So yeah, I do think. For me, I think going forward, they always need to, think about right. Let's make smaller projects for Halo. Let's. It doesn't have to be these grand, big things that take 8 years to make and £500 million and a team of 800 people working on it. For me, I almost feel like you dabble. You make these smaller products. You see what hits essentially. You throw enough shit at the wall and you see what people like, and think, like Dave said, you do kind of just rely on the nostalgia of the people who've played Halo for God knows how many years, as opposed to trying to make Halo into this kind of big. I know they want it to be the face of Xbox and all of that, but I think people have kind of a little bit moved on a bit, and you
Mm.
kind of do have to accept that, and then think, well, what, if you are Asher and that, what's the face of Xbox going to be going forward? Because you can't just keep on making it and making it and making it and thinking people are going to stay engaged. And yeah, I don't know. So I think there needs to be smaller little projects, and go from there. Personally, that's what they should
Mm.
do. I don't think they will. I think they'll go all in and spend 8 years making a big game, and it will do exactly what Halo Infinite did. But
Mm. Do you think that's the problem? Is because the IP is Halo, and Halo is supposed to be one of the biggest IPs around. That's why we don't get these small little dabbly things.
yeah, but that's the thing, that we say it's one of the biggest IPs around, but it was
Which
one of the
it
biggest
isn't.
IPs around 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not, at the end of the day. It's not one
Yeah.
of the biggest IPs around
I
in
guess that's
2026. The TV
they.
show, I know the TV show wasn't very good, but like
Mm.
that didn't do anything at all, right?
Yeah, especially when you compare that to like Fallout TV show.
exactly. If Fallout is a gazillion times bigger than Halo at this point, right?
Yeah.
So, and I mean, that's without them ever releasing a fucking Fallout game. So,
Yeah. Do you
I
think? I
think they need to be
guess with
realistic.
obviously Asher not coming from video games, like obviously Phil did, and obviously he's been there for years, he might have like, I don't know, not nostalgia for I don't know, bias to Halo. Halo is our biggest IP, and it's always been here while I was here. Now Asher comes in, she sees these numbers for Halo, and goes, she doesn't know. She goes, well, this doesn't do well, but this Fallout thing does well. Or this, I don't know, some other IP. I don't know, Fable does well or something like. We need to be doing more of these, and then less Halos in sort of thing. Where she looks at the numbers, doesn't have that connection to Halo. Will that help or not help? I don't know how you look at it, Dave.
Yeah, I think obviously I think this decision is probably made by Matt Booty, right? But I think the Booty man. The problem is they've got a whole studio dedicated to making Halo games. So
Yeah.
if that's what they're doing, that's what they're going to do. I think for Halo, I think it's got one more obvious chance for me, and that is one of these remakes with a multiplayer suite added on. And if that can't move the needle in terms of nostalgia, because they'll look at the Black Ops numbers and go, there's nostalgia for something. She'll be told by the very, very vocal minority that everyone wants Halo 3 again. Or, you know what I mean? Like, they haven't remade Halo 3's multiplayer. If they try that and it doesn't work, then I think Halo will go away for a long way. And I think that studio will probably go. But in my mind, that's the obvious last push they can give for Halo multiplayer as we know it. And if not, it will go away until they come up with a good idea. It's difficult because I think Halo as the IP, its brand value isn't what it was, but it is still. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the most popular brands in the world. Like, you can go any shop and you will see Sonic the Hedgehog branded merchandise. There hasn't been a good Sonic game, arguably. What we saying, Pengi? Last original Sonic game that was good. Mania?
Who was they? Mania.
Yeah, which was a small game. So like,
I really like Sonic Superstars.
You're the only one. A game sold terribly and is badly reviewed, right? So like, I think Halo has to be that for them. They have to do the Halo style controllers. They have to do the Halo T-shirts and all that stuff. But I think they've got that one last, maybe two if they do it with two, like nostalgia try. And if that doesn't move a needle, which I don't think it will, I think then it will go away for a time
Halo
being.
2 remake shouldn't take as long because obviously they've been working with Unreal now, so the split.
Yeah, they could use the
space.
It was slip space before, but yeah, they can use the cutscenes they made for the MCC. They're more than high enough quality, right? In the mind of normal people, it should be, if they're gonna do multiplayer, they can add maps from Halo 1 that they never ended up doing, blah blah blah. And again, they might.
And
not,
like you've already made the model of like the assault rifles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know how Halo 2 is not going to look much different to Halo 1. remake is
Mhm.
gonna look it's the same in my thoughts. There's obviously the levels and stuff you gotta redo and get Chief and Cortana into the booth to do new voice lines and things like that. So
Yeah, it's one of those. I think there's a few options for them, but none of them are it getting the budget that Forza Horizon 6 or Fallout 5 or Fable or maybe even Gears gets right now. I think Halo needs some small wins before it gets that big win, but I think that probably covers our Halo discussion, boys.
yes.
So
Just a quick question. Is there any, because I said my Halo 2 knowledge isn't particularly good, is there any problematic levels in Halo 2, or have they kind of learned from the mistakes from Halo 1?
Other than the ending,
Like, any that
it's
they'd have to do a lot of work with, like they did with the library?
no, definitely not.
Mm.
Halo 2.
See, I thought
Again,
there
I
was
think
one
that-
level with the Arbiter that I can remember.
No, Halo 3 has got a flood level that's really bad,
Maybe
where
it's
she
that one I was
interrupts you
thinking.
every 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's from the
But no,
early ones, isn't it?
two's pretty, because they cut a lot out of two. Two's one of the ones where I look at with what they did with one, and the extra levels, and they could take the 7 or 8 levels they cut from the game originally when it was running over budget and time and make new levels. But it's, in terms of like, if you were to sit me down and play a Halo 2 level, most of them are better than the Halo 1 levels. And there's not a whole lot of backtracking or reused assets to my knowledge, and there's obviously 2 campaigns that intertwine about a third of the way through, as well as new enemies, all that kind of stuff, right? Stuff that we didn't see in Halo 1. Even in the campaign involved, there's enemies we didn't see. So, no, I don't think. I think Halo 2 and 3 it's not as dated for sure. Just the ending for Halo 2, that's the worst thing about it, because it ends on a cliffhanger, doesn't it? But again, when you're expecting it, it's a little bit different. But yeah, I hope they do. Halo 2 is probably my favourite overall Halo package in terms of all of the content, so we will see. We will see. Well, we can't talk about Halo forever, boys. We need to talk about what we've been buying and what we've been playing before we go to bed, ready for work tomorrow, for just me, I think. So
Yeah.
we'll start with me and we'll end on Pengi. So we'll have a nice sandwich of Craig in the middle.
Yeah.
Because Pengi's got the most to say.
Have I got
You've
boss weight?
always got the most to say, Pengi. In terms of what I've bought, we talked about it last week. My Japanese imported copy of Inazuma 11 Victory Road has arrived on the Nintendo Switch 2. Obviously, game on the cart. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Haven't played it yet. Not even unwrapped it because it arrived when we were
I
playing
was going
Halo.
to say, is it any good?
I've got 14 hours worth of flights coming up in the next week, so that'll be when it gets started, Pengi. But yeah, I've got that. On the Switch 2, the only game I've played on Switch 2 is Splatoon Raiders, which I'm enjoying. It's just, like Craig said, the Switch is a play for half an hour in bed here and there, and I've not really been gaming like that this week. So there's that. On the Xbox, so I have played the Gears E-Day beta for a bit. A lot of fun, looks great, plays great. It's very strange that you run fast stood up, as opposed to like the weird crouch run that's always been Gears. That's the only sort of major change, but it looks promising. Having Metallica for the bloody menu is pretty sick, and I do look forward to playing Gears E-Day in October. The Horde Siege mode is a hell of a lot of fun. I think that's going to be a really, really popular mode of the game going forward, so I look forward to that.
Question, Dave.
Yes, Pengi.
So obviously we just talk about Halo, it's multiplayer and stuff. Do you think Gears E-Day could have the same problem? But the thing I'm thinking here, like Halo, comparing to COD, Overwatch, Valorant, I don't know, other first person. Gears is a third person shooter, and I can't think of that many off the top of my head.
No, I think it's a completely different. It's a different issue. I think Gears. I think Gears multiplayer has always been, you like specifically Gears multiplayer, as opposed to being first person shooter, because it's just not as quick. And I think it suits the suite of what they do, because they obviously always do the Horde mode, which is always really popular, and they do a campaign. All of them tend to be co-op and you know what I mean. So I think as a package, they've said there's no live service stuff with it. There's no battle passes or anything like that. It's all in-game stuff. So I think it serves its purpose, Pengi, until the next game. It's kind of like Uncharted used to do, but on a bit of a bigger scale, because I think Gears multiplayer is, generally speaking, a bit more in depth than Uncharted. But yeah, I think it'll be absolutely fine. It's not a game that kids are going to play, but I think for the 1 or 2 million old men like me and Craig said, I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of old men, I've been playing lots of old games as well, boys. So first of all, I finished COD Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, boys, on the Xbox. Game's great. I did half of the game on heroic, and then I got grenaded to death on one of the levels and just popped it down to normal to finish it. Um, and then maybe I'll try veteran at some point, but I don't have the stones that I used to have. But yeah, great game. If you haven't played Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 1, both the remasters are that great. I hope one day they do Modern Warfare 3. Like I said earlier, they will definitely do ports, so look out for that. On the actual Xbox 360, Pengi, I've been playing Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, which I picked up for about £1 the week when they closed the store. They made loads of games cheap. That was one of those games.
This is the one that was also on Wii U.
Yes, this is the Wii U one.
Yeah, because there's two Most Wanteds on 360.
Yeah, that's specifically why I said 2012, Pengi.
Yeah,
there was 2005. There was a launch one.
Yeah, but I played it on Wii U. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, it's Most Wanted U. It's Burnout Paradise 2, to be completely honest with you. It's Criterion. It's pretty much the same game, but more emphasis on sort of cars as opposed to blowing stuff up. But yeah, really fun game. Holds up really well graphically, and in terms of the sort of physics engine, this is still in the period when Need for Speed games were fun to control, which they weren't when they came to next gen. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Again, I bought it for £1 a couple of years ago. It's on my old Xbox here that I've been playing. Got a couple of achievements just playing that while I'm working, to be honest with you. That's fun. And then the last old game I've been playing, I started today, went back, Saints Row 2006, which is an Xbox 360 exclusive. And yeah, it's one of those games. So I had it when I was younger, and I have actually quite a lot of the multiplayer achievements. But it was one of the ones where the disc got scratched. I think it was my brother, if I'm honest with you. And it never got it to work again. So, but I've had it on back and pat for ages. Been playing it now on Series S. It's got your old auto HDR jazz. It looks and runs great for a 2006 game. It's basically a really simple version of San Andreas, but with much better melee combat and like more customization. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's a fun throwback to play a game now that is literally like go to mission, do side stuff where you blow stuff up and fucking bloody take hookers and give them back and steal pimps and all that kind of stuff. It's a fun, silly game. It's not as silly as the later games, which I think Saints Row is known for. This is much more in the GTA realm of silliness. It's fun. It's just one of those things. I like playing games like this 1 or 2 times a year. Like the GTA 4 a couple of years ago and Batman Arkham Asylum. It's nice to go back and just play older games, and that's why I like Xbox, because it's all backwards compatible on my Series S. So I'm not buying a game again. I just play my old game and it's better. So yeah, it's all good. But that's all I've played, boys. All that word vomit. So now we can move on to Craig Warren.
So I'll be quite quick, I think, because other than Halo, I've not played a great deal this week. I've just done the seasonals again on Forza Horizon today, so I'm back up to date. I'm not far away from that 500 point achievement now, boys.
Nice.
I think I'm in the 400s, so I have a couple of weeks and I'll have that one. And there's a new series I think starting after this week, so I don't know what they're doing. So it was Italian Exotics, I think was the series.
Alright.
Next. I'm sure we will soon find out. I played a bit more Dench Attack. I can't remember where I was last week, but I think I'm on like the last level.
Yeah, I think
I'm on the last level all week, but I've just not really had the time, will, or energy to like finish it off, because like I said, we have been playing Halo in the evenings quite a bit, haven't we? So I do need to just knock that on the head and finish that off. And then I might have a look at, because there's some of the levels have like I think onsen endings, so you can unlock these little like chats you can go to, right, Pengi?
Yeah.
And there is an achievement for getting all them. So if there is a decent enough guide, I might do that. Have a look, see if I can do that. Because I think I got 2 of them just like naturally playing the game. If that's not a decent guide, that's fine. I can just move on. That is absolutely okay. And then it's just been a little bit here and there of the Adventure of the Velia. I've done shed loads of side quests on that game. Now I might have done virtually all the side quests because you can see them on one of the menus. Like,
Yeah, like it's like a weird chessboard, isn't it? That's got all the
yeah,
characters on.
I mean, there's like one where it's like, oh, this is unavailable, so I'm assuming I can't do it because I have to like progress the story a bit more to unlock
Mm.
or like get an ability or something to do that one. I think that's the only one I have left to do. So yeah, I have been just like it's been perfect for just right. I've just got half an hour. I'm just gonna do like a side quest here and there. So it's mainly what I've been doing on that game, and now there all the way. I guess I can focus on actually going back to the like the main story. And I still don't think I'm at the bit like where you said, Pengi, where like it's obvious that there's something else you have to go and do before you finish the game, and then we'll find a boss. So
Yeah.
I will get to that eventually. Like I said, I do take my sweet time with these Switch games because it's just I just don't use it as like my primary console where I'm like, right, I'm gonna get the controller, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna lock in and play 2 hours. It's just kind of a bit here and there. Um, so yeah, I'm sure I will get it done at some point.
Did you get to the bit where you could have finished it?
No, like I said, I don't think I've got to that yet.
No, because they were like, it's in the fourth like age, and it's like, oh yeah, you need to go do this, and then they mention something else, and it's like, well, the something else is obviously what you need to go do before going fight the final boss, and then
Yeah,
it's not
I
clear
think
after
I'm.
that.
I think I'm making like a magic compass or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Because the girl's surrounded by ice. I think that's what it is.
yeah, yeah,
So I think I need to get a magic compass so I can figure out who's doing the spell.
yeah.
I've got to like jump through the ages. I
Once
think.
you've got that compass, then you can finish the game. Because the compass tells
Yeah.
you where the baddie is, but they do explain something, and then it's like, yeah, you go do that what they explain, and then that's like, again, I think it was like an extra 6 hours on top
Oh,
for me
nice.
from that bit. So, but obviously, if you've done all the side quests and stuff like that, so
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
So yeah, just enjoying that. Getting the cats as well, which the cats are a bit weird, aren't they, Penguin? Because it's just
yeah.
humans
But
meowing.
you need those cats for a reason, right? So
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just a bit odd because you walk up to the cat and it's just a very human voice making meow, and you're like, oh, that's a bit odd.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason for that, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I'm glad there is a reason for it, and it's not just
yeah,
laziness. That's good.
yeah,
I
yeah,
did wonder if it was that, but yeah, cool.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that is it from me. Pengi, you're the main event, obviously. Tell
Yeah.
us about all the shenanigans you've been doing.
Right, so we're gonna break it down in bits. So on PC is Halo, which obviously you talked about, and Beasts of Reincarnation, which I'm playing through the Xbox launcher on Game Pass. And I'm actually I think the game's got 13 chapters, and I'm only at the end of chapter 3, so it sounds like I've got loads to go still. But according to my game save, I'm like 7.5 hours into the game. I'm quite a chunky bit into the game. It doesn't feel like I've played that much, but apparently that is what I am on. It's a bit rough. I'm playing it on like full high settings and stuff like that, highest it can possibly go. I like the frame rate is 60 frames and stuff like that. But again, comparing it to Halo, they're both Unreal Engine, and if you ever listen to like Digital Foundry, they're always like Unreal Engine's not. But you play like Silent Control Confer and like this looks amazing and stuff. I was like, look at the water, great. And then you play this, and it's like this game looks really like rough and grainy and horrible. And then looking on Steam, people are like, I've gone into so and so and extracted files, so we don't have film grain and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not really a looker or anything like that. Even like the highest you can get. Don't know what it looks like on this like a Series S or anything like that. I've not gone out of my way to look at like footage or something like that. But I'm expecting it's not great. From there. How it plays, it's got there's only souls element it's sort of got is it's got campfires, and the enemies do respawn from the campfires, but you don't get souls from enemies. You just level up. You defeat enemies. You just level up. You don't have to take your souls back to level up. And if you lose them, you can't level up. You just kill enemies. You just level up. It's Pretty straightforward as that one. But again, if you go to a campfire type, they actually are called campfires as well. The enemies who you spawn. So if you wanted to farm for XP, find an area, I guess, and sort of thing, and the game has is you won't like this, Craig. There's like no side quests in the game. It is like a very linear game and stuff like that. You just like dumped into like the zone. And it's like go find this boss, and basically you'll go find the boss. Obviously, the boss fights again. He could compare to Souls, maybe even a little bit of like Bloodborne or Lies of P. It's very parry based from what I found. It's like I got to parry these attacks, and then I level up the dog, and then the dog can do like special moves and stuff like that. You have your dog companion and all that. Visually, even though I said it doesn't look great, it's got a bit of that near to Stellar Blade vibes where you're going through like a city, but all the city's run down and all the cars are rusted. It's got robots, which could be actually humans in the robots, and like that's that sort of story elements, and then like Emma, like kind of looks like Eve and stuff. It's got that like I don't know what sort of art style you call it, Dave. 'Cause it's not pure anime like Persona, but they're not like super realistic. Like
Just
Final Fantasy VII
Japanese.
characters.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah, yeah. Like Cloud doesn't look realistic, but he also doesn't look like anime. If I don't really know what you call that style. There's really a name for it. They got that sort of thing. Like, oh yeah, these characters look kind of real, but they're not. Sort of thing. It's been fun enough. It's on Game Pass. It's fun on there. If I went and bought it for 50 quid on PlayStation or something, I think I might have been pretty disappointed on it. That goes whole back to like the whole digital thing and stuff of like digital only, and buy 50 quid for this. I think I would be pretty disappointed what I've played so far, even though I have played so far. But on Game Pass, part of my like £11 subscription, and played Dench Attack this month, played Halo obviously this month. I've got a lot of value out of my £11 sort of thing, and I think it runs out maybe tomorrow, but then obviously Plague Tale Resonance is out the end of the month, so that's should be good. So that's it for PC. Is Beast of Reincarnation Halo. Then over on Switch 2, we've got a pickup. I haven't started yet, but I have bought. Is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, Craig. Has it got a long enough title for you?
No, I think they need a subtitle in there, don't they?
Yeah, they need another subtitle. So I bought that. This is the fourth
Is this
release.
the new one, or was this the one they did before?
Yeah, this is the fourth release of this game, Craig.
No, but I mean, is this the new Nintendo? Because they did a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of one of the
That
other
was
ones,
X. That was X. So
okay, so this is yeah.
Yeah, that was X. This is Xenoblade Chronicles 1. 2 just come out digitally, but the physical comes out in October. 3 comes out digitally in December, and then the physical comes out, I think, January or February next year. Obviously, this is the physical release on a proper cartridge for Xenoblade Chronicles. Obviously, but this is, like I said, the fourth release of this game, which I've only played previously on the Wii, briefly. So that was the first release of the game. We actually were talking with him. Obviously, we were playing Halo, like playing PS3, 360, and COD, Burnout, Bioshock, and that. I didn't really play much of the Wii, and it was like standard def, and it's like, what is this sort of thing? So I never really gave it a fair chance. Obviously, since then I played Xenoblade Chronicles 3. If you remember, it was like one of my favourite Switch 1 games. That is amazing. So, and I watched Blessing play this on Kind of Funny. Much better content of him just playing games. And it's like, yeah, this actually looks really cool. I do want to pick this up. I've just not got around to it yet, because I remember then like Beast of Reincarnation was coming out. I was like, I know they're different types of RPGs, Craig, but they are both RPGs, and they're all good. They're both going to be pretty long. I think being Beast of Reincarnation, you can actually do in 20 hours. So I don't know if all the chapters I've got left, seeing I'm 7 hours in, are going to be really short. I don't know. So that. Then also on Switch 2, I bought, because it's on offer at the moment, because they've put out everything now that they announced, and I expect it's done. The Virtual Boy cardboard headset, Craig.
Oh dear.
Not the plastic one. I didn't buy
Yeah.
the plastic one. I didn't spend 70 quid on
You
the
bought a
plastic one.
bit of cardboard.
I bought a bit of cardboard that was £11.89. But it's
Oh
Nintendo
dear.
cardboard. So you know this cardboard in 20 years' time is going to be worth loads if it's in good condition. Because it's Nintendo.
Christ.
Yeah.
So you're going to use this bit of cardboard to play the bad games?
Well, I don't know if the games are bad. It's how badly how they obviously done because it's Virtual Boy, wasn't it? I have played a little bit. I obviously sliding into the Switch 2, into it and getting it right and stuff like that. And like I updated the app and I did try a little bit of Wario and I tried a bit of Mario Tennis. Um, and they added you can change the colours. You just don't have to have it in red anymore. You can have it in blue. You can have it in Game Boy style, so it's like monochrome. I actually played it in black and white, which I just thought was the best one than having it bright red and stuff like that. So I have played a bit of that, and like I said, it seems like they're done. Like obviously they announced a load of games, they're all there. There's 2 unreleased games that have now come out. They've updated it. We've got all these color options and stuff like that. And then they put the Virtual Boy cardboard headset on sale as well. So I think Nintendo's most probably done with Virtual Boy. There's only 8 games missing, and some of them like Waterworld. Well, obviously that's got a licensed IP, so that's very unlikely going to come over unless there's some unreleased stuff, sort of thing. Obviously, I guess you would be more interested, Dave and Craig, in the Virtual Boy stuff.
Well, probably just about. It's probably
Yeah.
pretty close. Virtual Boy
Yeah.
is not something that I'm.
You kicking at the heels to play some Virtual Boy games.
Yeah,
I've not
no,
heard a
it's-
lot of great things of Virtual Boy games. To be honest
They're-
with you.
Well, Wario.
To be diplomatic, Pengi, there's
Yeah.
an awful lot of absolutely well-regarded, by all accounts, fantastic games on NSO that I haven't got to yet. So
Yeah.
Virtual Boy is not particularly high on that list currently. That is the
No.
diplomatic way I can say that.
Yeah, sure. But Wario might get played at some point on Virtual Boy. Then sticking on Switch 2, I downloaded because it came to Switch 2. It's the biggest file size game on Switch 2, and it's like the first Well, it's not the first MMO because we had Final Fantasy. We had Fantasy Star back on the Cube, didn't we? But Final Fantasy 14 has come to Switch 2, Dave.
It has.
And I've downloaded it.
How was it?
And I've made a character, and I've played a few hours of it so far. I only played a few hours because my controller
I
was like...
cannot wait to go back to work and tell Deirdre that you've bought this on the Switch too, because he was
Well,
talking
it's
about
free.
this the other day.
It's free.
About how you're playing on the Switch 2 side, and how like you've been messaging asking for advice, and he was like, yeah, well, he's not going to play it on the Switch 2, is he? If he play it on the PC he's just bought. I was like, oh, I don't know, mate. I know what he's like.
Yeah, I'm playing it on Switch 2. Yeah.
Not the £2,000 PC, Pengi.
No, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch 2, which again, people have touted it as the first MMO on Nintendo, but it's not. Thinking about it in like Fantasy Star. But yeah, I'm playing it there.
How is it?
It's odd. You can tell it's a PC game ported to the console with how like you have like all the menus and like you gotta press this button like 5 times to get to the other menus and all the hotkey things and and again it's like I can tell this is an MMO because I've healed someone and now I gotta wait 10 minutes to heal them again because of the cooldown on the hotkey bar sort of thing. Yes. And like I said, I stopped playing because it came up my controller and needed charging. So it's like, okay, I'm going to charge my controller thing. I'm playing a healer character.
Was it a good endeavour?
Yeah, it's what I played so far is fun. It's like you got obviously at the start like really simple quests like go kill 5 squirrels and for us, and a few cutscene bits and pieces, sort of thing. So I'll see how it goes on that. And then the last thing on Switch 2 is Splatoon Raiders, which I have finished.
Hey.
Yeah, so I finished that. I'm in the post game. There's a post game bit. I did the first bit of the post game, we're gonna do like these 3 levels 3 times. So I've done all 9 of them, and I'm on like the tower thing at the end of the game, but that sort of thing. So Nintendo quite often do this. So you finish the game and then obviously get the post thing. I think I've played it for over 25 hours. It's so good. It's so fun. I've played nearly all of it multiplayer, like randoms and stuff like that, with like the call for help or go help, and people basically figured out how to make lobbies without making lobbies, because obviously it's Nintendo. You're not supposed to join with randoms, but people will figure out how to join with randoms and stuff like that. It's so great. Multiplayer. It's probably, I don't know, my second or third favorite game this year. I think Forza's most probably still the best game I played this year. But after that, I would say it's Splatoon Raiders is definitely up there. Pragmata, is one of the others, sort of thing. But yes, very good, sort of thing. I think it's maybe a must-have on Switch 2. Like I would say, like Donkey Kong and Mario Kart are like the other sort of two, and then Splatoon Raiders I think is very good and should be picked up. So that's Nintendo, that's PC. Nothing on PlayStation, as we know.
Absolutely.
And nothing on
Up the
PlayStation.
PlayStation, am I right?
Well, we
You
have
are
got a
right.
bit of, but we've got a bit of retro. Dave, you bought a PS2 last episode.
Oh, yeah, I think so. It was last episode.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a PS2 rant this week and tell us about the PS2 games.
Oh, I
we're
actually
playing,
did
but I
forget
don't
about the PS2 rant. You finish what you're doing, I'll do a PS2 rant afterwards.
Yeah, so you bought a PS2. I've already got a PS2. But what I haven't got is an Xbox 360 like you, Dave.
Okay,
So I've got an Xbox 360.
I love it, Pengi. You've made a
Yeah.
great decision getting an Xbox 360 because it's a great console.
Yep, so I got 360. I got a Kinect. I've never had a Kinect. This is the first time I've ever had a Kinect.
Okay, that's a decision you've made.
Yeah, I got a Kinect. I got a bunch of physical video games, Craig.
The best sort, I hear.
Yep, they can't take it. They can't take away my 360 physical game. So I got Child of Eden, which obviously is a Kinect compatible game. You can play it with controller. It's Kinect. This is from the guy
What's
that.
Child of Eden?
It's like
So
a
this is
weird
like a-
shooter thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from the same guy that made Rez and
Tetris Effect and all that stuff.
Tetris Effect and
I
Luminous
see.
Rise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He makes all those sort of games. So that can be played with Kinect.
It's also backwards compatible, Pengi.
Yep, you can move your hands to shoot. The stuff at like the music, rhythm stuff. So that.
Musical rail shooter, apparently.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was quite a lot of fun. They gave it away for gold at some point, 'cause I remember playing it with a controller.
Yeah. So for that, and I got Gunstringer, which is a Kinect game, which I hear is one of the better Kinect games, and it's more of like an actual video game than like Kinect Sports bunch of minigame. Now I thought this was made by Double Fine, but it's actually Twisted Pixel, Dave.
Yeah, Double Fine did a Sesame Street game. That was their Kinect game,
Right.
if I remember rightly.
Yeah. But I thought it was. I thought they made this, but it's Twisted Metal, Twisted Pixel, the Explosion Man and stuff like that. Again, it's like a Kinect game where like you're moving your hands, like control like the puppet strings and stuff like that. And then it's supposed to have like proper levels and things like that. So if I have not, again, I'm saying that's one. Then I got Command and Conquer 3: Tiberium Wars.
Also backwards compatible, Pengi, but yeah, great game.
Yeah, so EA could make more Command and Conquer games. That could be something.
The 360 Command and Conquer games are really good because you got Tiberium Wars and Kane's Wrath, which was a standalone
And you got
expansion.
Red Alert 3.
You got Red Alert 3. Last year I did a video of Commander's Challenge, and one of the commanders is the Nature Boy Ric Flair, which is great. And I don't know if you've played Red Alert, Craig, but they have like live action cutscenes, so it's just Ric Flair dressed like an army general, just wooing left, right, and centre. It's fucking great stuff.
Yeah,
it is great.
it's
Backwards
fantastic.
compatible as well. If you see Red Alert 3, Craig, in like I don't know GameStation, what about CX for your Series X, legitimately fun ass simple RTS games like Halo Wars, but the cutscenes are like Tim Curry's hilarious in Red Alert. I think Gemma Arterton. I can't remember the actress from Hollyoaks that dated Ronaldo. She's very attractive. But yeah, great stuff, Pengi. Great stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Forza Horizon 2.
Yeah, the oft forgotten 360 port.
Yeah. Is that you can tell Forza's come a long way for this. The cars and that still look great, but obviously driving around the environments and it's like
Yeah, the Xbox One version is definitely the version to play.
yeah, sort of thing. It's like you can't really go off road and you got the bollards and stuff. It's like it's much more simple. And then the last one is Tales of Vesperia.
Which is a great game.
I got it. Yeah. Obviously Xbox is you sign into your Xbox account, and I did look at games that I owned digitally, Craig. I own games digitally, and now there was going through the list. There was a bunch that said like this is no longer available. When you clicked on it, you get an error. Like I don't know what that game was or what it even was. Was it a game? Was it a theme? Was it
a
music?
trailer? Could be anything.
Could be a trailer. Yeah, it could be anything. I have no idea, but it says this is currently unavailable. But I did download a bunch of things like Symphony of the Night, Harmony of Despair from the Castlevania games.
Both backwards compatible. Carry on.
Yeah, and I downloaded. And it's like the 360 game I played the most of so far is Forza Horizon 1.
Which is a great game and is also backwards compatible.
Yeah. So I downloaded that, and again, going from this, it's like it's got all these sponsors and stuff. Like you're doing the Oakley race or the Rockstar Energy race and stuff like that. I was like, oh yeah, it just makes sense for a racing game that it would be sponsored and things like all that sort of thing. But that's the one I played the most of. I think I don't know, maybe 150, 200 Gs on it, and sort of thing. I'm going for because it's got the wristbands, which obviously they brought back with 6. I think I'm going for the pink or the purple wristband now. Again, I've not played a whole lot because I've been playing Beast of Reincarnation or Halo with you guys and stuff like that. But yeah, that's my 360 picking up.
Very good. Well, welcome back to the loving arms of a real games company, Pengi. Hopefully it will convince you to get, I don't know, maybe a Helix for the disc drive or a Series X. You can play those games up-resed down the line.
We'll see. Probably not.
We'll clip this when we get to it.
Yeah, this is weirdly is like the ones I have picked up, but most of my list of what I want to pick up on 360 isn't backwards compatible because it is all the weird Japanese stuff like Eternal Sonata and things like that. That isn't backwards compatible.
I'm surprised you haven't got it on PS3, Pengi.
It's more expensive on PS3, but
nice.
Yeah, I could get it on my PS3. It's if I found it over on there on thing. And then you got like the Naruto games because obviously license and the Transformer games, which people always want them backwards compatible, but again they're not. So and then the Kinect stuff. Like I said, I've never used Kinect. There's only about 6 or 7 games I do kind of want to play on Kinect. Like I want to try the Steel Battalion by From Software on it, which obviously that is not backwards compatible sort of thing.
It's not one of the better ones. I was trying to think what Kinect games I played that were fun. Rise of Nightmares is kind of funny.
Yeah, the horror game from Sega.
Fable the Journey's alright.
Yeah. Like I said, I've never played it. I think I've played Kinect like once.
For a collector, it's quite a cool collection because they all come in like purple cases.
Yeah.
And the sports games, although I know they get a lot of shit, the rare-made Kinect sports games are actually quite a lot of fun. They are like silly fun games, quite easy achievements as well, Pengi, if that's something that I know would tempt you.
Yeah, it would tempt me, but I could just play Wii Sports.
You could, no achievements in Wii Sports though.
No, there is no achievements on Wii Sports, that is correct. And that is everything from me.
Wonderful, well it's been nice to have a nice 2 weekly catch-up, boys. We've just gone 90 minutes, that's not too bad. No hydration break needed. But yeah, I think there might be one more episode next weekend before I go on holiday. And when I go on holiday, it won't be one until September, so we will see. But let us know below what you thought of Halo Campaign Evolved and what games you recommend for Pengi to pick up on his PlayStation, on his Xbox 360. Oh, you just reminded me, my PS2 rant before we go, Craig.
Yeah.
What a load of rubbish PS2 is. All the fucking game's controllers are terrible. I've tried to play the Getaway, fucking shooting the gunners at square button. There's no triggers, because they're like buttons like the Switch 1 and 2, which the bloody GameCube had triggers, so did the Xbox, but no, the PlayStation 2 didn't. It looks terrible. unless you fiddle with all the bloody cables. Memory cards aren't as good as a hard drive, and I don't know how it outsold the Xbox, GameCube, and Dreamcast. It's a terrible console. Good DVD player, but there you go, that's my PlayStation rant. But thank you for watching this episode of the Save for 3 Gamescast. We'll see you next week.
Bye.